You can't go on anyone else's trip. You can only go on your own trip until you find out it's all our trip. And when we get home, we all get back with great tales of trips, except we all took the trip together.
So, all right, that looks fine. Happy with that.
Looks good.
Happy with this.
Fuck yeah. I thought it looked good.
Okay, buddy.
Well, here we are.
Nick Francis.
Nick Francis.
A reunion. After a couple years.
It's been a long time. 2 years, I think.
It's been 2 years.
Roughly. And I use like Ghost Lounge as like my timeline there. Because like
Yeah.
it's been about 2 years since like Ghost, I think.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last time that I don't want to say that's the last time that I saw you, but that's one of the last times that I can like very much remember seeing you in Langosta.
So, I think it would be fun
Yeah.
to go through your past couple years, just because
Sure.
it would actually be super organic. I don't know it.
I was going to say, yeah, because you've been gone for so long.
But I think I have. All right. So you remember that recording that we did Over the Moon?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Then I was trying to do a live recording.
Yep.
Yeah. I fucked that one up. And I never sent it to you. Yeah.
I know what you're talking. Yes, I do remember
I did it for them
that.
for free. It's not like they paid me.
No,
but
no,
I wanted
no.
to try and live record, and I was really, really excited.
That
to
might have
do
been the
it.
last time I saw you.
And I know you guys were pretty excited about it, and I got home and I was so fucking mad.
No, we were
I
fine.
had such high hopes for it.
We knew you were kind of testing the waters there, so it was okay. It was completely okay.
Yeah.
You even said you're like, I'm gonna try to do this. Like,
I had never done it. Yeah, and I really thought it would work out.
dude, sometimes you fail, but you learn from the failure.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely learned not to use those mics.
I do remember that.
My God, bummed me out. I thought.
Well,
it
then
was
you
so fucking good.
after that you literally you did disappear after that. I don't think I saw you after that.
Yeah,
that might
I
have
just
been the
like
last time.
worked. Yeah, it might have been one of the last times. I was just working on shit.
Working hard and leaving.
But so at that time, you were in Riva.
Yeah.
You had Riva, as your band, and then you had a dude that had a potential like type of contract to like produce you guys or give you studio time or something like that.
Yeah,
What was that?
There was I can't honestly I can't remember his name. He was a really nice
So
guy.
I guess it didn't work out.
No. Super nice guy. He was a sweetheart. Well, it did work out. He did fund us for the first. It wasn't a lot, but he funded us for the first recording. We were recording at Fireside. I forget what it's called.
that?
It's in Long Branch.
Okay.
Pretty famous studio. I can't remember the name of it, but we were recording there. He funded the first I think few songs, which was really nice. He saw potential in us. He liked us. He was an investor to some degree. He was very wealthy chiropractor, I think. And it was just, he wanted to give it a shot. I had a couple meetings with him, and everything was fine, but I didn't really feel too comfortable with it because I actually didn't really know what was going to happen with Riva. I think in the back of my head, the reason why I didn't feel comfortable with it was because I think I kind of had an inkling that Riva wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
Not for any crazy awful reasins.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to keep taking somebody's money when I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell the guys necessarily, but I was basically funding the rest of the recordings myself, and I didn't really tell them that.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad. And I didn't want to put any stress on anybody, and I didn't want anybody spending crazy amount of money and whatnot. Understandable. But I think when we were in the studio, we played so much in the general area, we burnt ourselves out completely. I didn't know how to run a band at the time. I didn't know the business side of it, and I kind of focused on the wrong things at first. We didn't have any merch. We didn't have any actual recordings for anybody to go and immediately listen to. So there was no growth whatsoever.
Right.
So you just play and you play and you play, but you don't build a fan base. So after a while, we started playing so much that you could see the crowd, the people that would come see us, it just started to dwindle away because you oversaturated the market.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And we burnt ourselves out.
Because it becomes less special
Exactly.
to see you.
100%. It was less special, and I didn't realize that at the time. I thought, let me play as much as I can. That's what's going to get me noticed. It's not what's going to... You have to have a strategy behind it.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
yeah, and I honestly, I do still play with Riva. We still play infrequently, but I do still play with Riva. Love those boys. They're amazing. Wouldn't be anywhere that I am today, and I still have a very far way to go, but I wouldn't be anywhere I am today without those guys.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Without trying to hurt anybody's feelings.
No.
Were they... When I met you, or I think when I really started talking to you, especially like when we met for that recording and stuff, I was like, oh, I fucking love the way that you treat this band like it's going to be your livelihood. Like you see the potential in like growing something like a business, even though you might have been fucking it up. Like
Screwing it up. Big
like
time.
you only know that now.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%.
But I was like, oh, this is sick. Like, Nick fucking gets it. Like,
Yeah, I thought at the time.
well, you did. You got enough.
At the time.
But here's the thing. Like, did the rest of Riva as a band just not take it as seriously? Did they look at it as, like, a little bit different than you did? Because you were so, like...
Yeah.
You were, like, reminded me... Because I think this works. Like, you ever meet, like, college kids that have startups?
Yep.
Like, they're fired the fuck up about it.
Very fired up.
You know? But they're like serious about it, even if the product is silly. You know, it's
They're
like
dedicated
it's
to it,
growing
committed.
it like a business or whatever. I think it's cool. Like, I think that really, really, really good artists think that is selling out, but I don't think that's true because because even the artists that you looked at, like when you were growing up, as the people who were like fucking counterculture and like they're like these guys move like thought and stuff like that. Like,
Exactly.
they thought about your experience, like the user experience too, and like how to grow it. And I think it's like, okay, if you stick to your like core ideas, but then you also run something like a business, you have the opportunity to reach way more people. Isn't that like the goal? Especially when because you have like very nice music, I like your music because it's like, I feel like you have a good, like, not like you have a message, but you're not like, it's not like nasty music. It's like nice people music.
For the most part, yeah.
And
you should
so
hear
it's
some
like-
of the new stuff. It is, though. It is.
It's like nice, but it's like, okay, so if we want to like spread that,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be beneficial? Like, if we want to give people that experience, wouldn't it be beneficial to look at this like a business so we can actually fund larger events and get this out to more people?
Yep.
So I love that that's how you kind of looked at it for a long time ago.
For a
you
really
saw
long
it,
time.
at least in the distance.
I
mean,
did,
not
for
how to do
sure.
it, but
I realized later on that it really is 60% business, 40% the actual art that you're doing, or you can even break the 40% down into merch and other crap, right?
Yeah.
But like the business side of it all is what makes or breaks you, because it is a business. Literally, at the end of the day, like you're selling something. You're selling yourself and you're selling your music to people, and you're hoping that they catch on to it and that they want to be a part of the journey. With Riva, I did see that. I was committed and dedicated the same way like a college startup guy would be. Or an entrepreneur would be. But I didn't have the tools or understanding of how to actually take my music and make it profitable and grow a fan base. And I think when you said before, I was so serious about it, were the guys serious about it? I think at the time that they were. They were super serious. They were super dedicated. We spent a lot of time practicing and we honed our craft. And we created this sound that was just a beautiful sound. I think later on, I think that all of us, again, like I said, got burnt out, and we weren't seeing any growth. And that's when I think, and everybody was going through their own personal stuff, and our focus just got taken off of it. And I didn't do the best with the band in the sense of as a leader. Not to say that I didn't want to be the best band leader. I just didn't know I didn't know how to fix it. And maybe my communication wasn't as great. But we ended up kind of parting ways because I don't want to say part ways. Like, these guys are like my best friend. I love these guys.
Yeah.
Dan, my freaking guitar player that was in Riva, he's in Surfing for Daisy.
Right.
So it's like, there's a crossover, and like I didn't play with Riva that long ago.
Yeah.
Like 6 or so months ago.
Yeah.
So it's like we do still play, but I think the seriousness of it, I think we all decided. I think when I joined SFD, Surfing for Daisy, and I understood the commitment, then I think it was a very, very stark contrast between like Riva was kind of, we're having fun and this is enjoyable, to SFD is an actual business. It's an actual job.
Right.
Like, this isn't a joke anymore.
Yeah, and that's why I said not to hurt anybody's feelings.
No.
Not to say that they weren't dedicated to
the
music.
They were, for sure.
Yeah, very dedicated to being a very good band, which you guys were. They were a very good band.
Robbie and Evan and freaking Dan are the best.
Yeah, really,
literally the best.
Loved seeing you guys. But then, I think it's a different like mindset. Like, are you equally as committed to the business side? Especially, it's hard with a group of people.
Oh my God, it's so hard.
That all, like you're saying, are going through their own shit, have their own obligations, and have everything to do. So it's not even that like, oh, we broke up as a band. It's like some people just like cannot make this work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which is, I realized that. It was completely okay. It transitioned at the very end of Riva. It was very interesting. At the very end of Riva, I had met Mike, my new guitar player. Okay. And it's funny because I'm talking to you because you don't actually know anything about SFD.
Shit.
So I do have to kind of explain it to you a little bit. Riva kind of was deteriorating in the sense of like playing live. We were just deteriorating as a band. And I had met Mike, my guitar player, because he came and saw Riva at Homesick
that's how it goes.
in Asbury Park.
Yeah.
He was interested. He was like, wanted to jam. And we got together and we jammed. And it was like almost like a love at first sight moment of like musicianship. I was like, holy crap, I met this amazing guitar player. A guitar player that I had been looking for a really long time. Somebody that's this very ethereal, like soundscapey type guitar. And at the time, it was just him and I jamming. And then Surfing for Daisy was supposed to be a solo project, and I was recording that with Steven, my drummer, who is basically now the band's manager. And we would not be as far as we are today being an independent band without Steve. There's no way. Why? Because he went to school for music business, and he understands how to run your band like a freaking business. He gets it to the fullest extent. He's always researching because the music industry changes. Freaking every year it changes. And you kind of got to stay ahead of the curve a little bit. So SFD we transitioned into a band kind of almost like, bloop. It was very fluid. Like I never stopped playing music. It was an immediate thing. And then Mike decided to jam with Mike like one time, and he was like, we should be a band. We should have a band. It was supposed to be it was just going to be a duo project. Yeah. He named the band Surfing for Daisy or Surfing with Daisy. And I was like, I really like Surfing for Daisy, dude.
Me too.
Let's rip it, dude. And then I told Steve about it, and he was like, are you sure? Like, I feel like this should be like a solo thing for you. And I was like, no, dude. I was like, let's jam. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. And so he started to come out and play some shows with us, and it was just the three of us for a really long time, just playing at Lola's in Asbury Park, and that was all we did. And we kind of grew it from there. You know, we could get more into it if you want to, in the sense of like where we're at now. But that's kind of how it started, and it was very fluid, and it just was, I don't know, I didn't have to think too much about it. It happened, and I had already put my reps in playing.
That's why I said shit like that happens, you just like roll with it.
You just roll with it.
You gotta roll with it. It's like to the next thing.
I enjoyed every second of, the birth of the band. And what's great about Surfing for Daisy is like I made a lot of contacts and I made a lot of connections in town because I played so much. Again, it was, like I said, it was very fluid. Didn't really have a gap.
So it wasn't hard for you to play somewhere else under another name. They're like, oh, we love Nick, so whatever.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I don't think I've heard anybody say one bad thing about you.
Oh, well, that's a very appreciative. I love everybody, so I hope they like me too. But I also am very supportive of other people. I want nothing more than other people's success. And I think that people do see that because I genuinely want your success. I'm supportive of you. Like I will go out and support you because I love your stuff. Like, and that's all I want from really anybody, like from the band itself and from other musicians in Asbury Park. Like we just did the Asbury Park Music Awards and the band won a couple awards, but I was actually really just happy to be there because I don't get to always hang out with the Asbury Park musicians. We all don't get to really hang out with each other that much because everybody's grinding and everybody's playing shows and we're not always around to see each other. So it is really cool to, I guess, be awarded something or be praised for your musicianship and your band, but also to give the praise back to other musicians and other bands that you love. I am very supportive in that sense. And yeah, I think I just really love the Asbury Park music scene itself. It's just a very inclusive place.
Yeah.
So,
that's funny. It is because like Asbury Park is cool. Like it is pretty inclusive.
It's so inclusive. It's the most inclusive. Well, it's like, it really is.
And it's not like fake inclusive. Like there's an aspect of like people are cool. And like there's cool groups and people act cool and like that stuff that's a little bit fake or a little bit material.
Yeah.
But like for the most part, I feel like since Asbury was so like widely known for being like gay.
Yeah. No, seriously. I mean,
it's just got this like underlying like, shit, it was interesting here.
Yeah.
Or whatever, or like, of course they're allowed here, or why wouldn't they be allowed here? Type of like attitude.
Again, it's just because of the gay community that kind of built Asbury Park to what it is.
I think it's funny that there's still not a better place to dance than Paradise.
No, it's one of the best places. I've been there a couple times and I've had a freaking blast.
It's
and
so
again,
sick.
It's super inclusive.
They
don't judge.
Yeah,
they're not.
That's the last
stopping
place.
you at the door because you're a straight white guy. No, they're like, come on in, dude.
Like
they don't give a crap.
They're like, look what we got going on. It's pretty fucking sick.
Just fucking love it. There's no better place to be a musician or be in a place where you're looking for inclusivity.
Yeah.
So, God bless Asbury Park in that sense.
Yeah, and the shit that does come in and want to be like too cool for school. There's a market for it and stuff, but I feel like nobody that lives around here pays attention to that shit.
No.
They make their money off in the tourist season, in the busy season. That's cool, but
100%.
Like, we all know where the fun the real cool places are to go.
We do. We do. And we and I think everybody knows where they're at, and it's a little scary to see where Asbury Park is kind of going now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's, again, I'm always a neutral. I always try to give, not neutral, but I always try to see both sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to learn both sides so that I can have an educated understanding of what the hell's going on. Why did the town approve all these big, ridiculous, massive freaking buildings? Is it going to make Asbury Park better? Is it going to make it worse? From the look of it, I don't know. From the look of it, everybody is like, ugh, we don't need any more of these massive, ridiculous, swallowing condominiums.
We don't. But also, it's like, if you want bigger business to happen here then in our state,
I know,
not in just New York or in Philly, and then they come here. If we want this to be the place, then we're gonna need some really rich people to move in.
It makes sense, and I understand these shitty lots that are having nothing done to them. I get that. I think as musicians and artists, I think we're all just very weary of it because we want to make sure that the actual integrity of Asbury Park isn't lost in this whole thing. When people come, they want to just screw it all up, and they spend a couple months here and then they leave, and it's now you have you're just looking at this eyesore.
Yeah.
But like I said, again, I could potentially see,
but I think
there being some good side to it, and then not a not great side to it.
Yeah. I think of maybe Miami as a comparison where maybe I'm sure that the fucking Miami locals hate all the tourists.
The real I know.
It's always that aspect.
I know.
But also if you want to make Asbury a place where you can get paid $50,000 a night
you need
to
richer people.
perform. You know what I mean? You need people there.
Yeah.
So
I just hope there's a balance to it. Like, what I was really upset about and that I don't like is the fact that the town is so quick to approve these massive condominiums for people to move in, but they can't friggin' fix our historical architecture here. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
We're gonna knock down the frickin' the casino. Like, no,
that's ridiculous.
Try to put some money into fixing it.
That's ridiculous.
No, let's just act. But we're going to approve this massive, ridiculous condominium where people are going to be here for 3 months out of the year, maybe. But we can't. So it's like I appreciate.
Or if we're approving these multi-billion-dollar projects.
Yes.
Can't we also have a fund for the
exactly. Keep the integrity of the town.
Because it is what makes this place sick.
It's what makes it special, and I think that's what we are fearing. Is like if that's the problem. They're building a big condominium. They have no problem with doing it. Building multiple at the same time.
Yeah.
But there's no interest or fight, or at least I haven't done enough research. Maybe in at least the fact that we're protesting outside of the casino says enough.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a protest. It should be like, hey, we're gonna fix this for the town to keep the integrity of the town. Well, look, what's the problem?
Ari Shaffir says, like, he's, Ari Shaffir is a comedian. He's got a travel podcast, and he's talking about how he loves Rome because of all the ruins. And he was like, there's like a kind of a little bit more of a vibe that we learn from our past.
Yes.
And he was like, and I love that.
I was like, well, that's the cool thing about Europe in general. It's like they've kept. It dawned on me the other day. It's like this country has not been around for a very long time.
No.
Europe and
we don't
Asia,
have ruins,
dude,
so like we gotta start keeping this shit. Ruins. Yeah, like
we don't have anything.
Ruins one day.
The only ruins we have, or maybe we have some colonial houses. It's really all we have, and they're refurbished. It's like Europe has medieval castles that are still standing because their history goes back that far. We don't have that here. So it's like you want to try to keep even just a morsel of what we had, and it's like I don't like the fact that we have to fight for that. Like it should just be common, just human nature to do it. So, but like I said, I try to sit in a neutral sense because I don't know enough.
Yeah.
I need to learn more about everything.
Yeah. It's a good place to be.
It is, because I want to understand both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just a little biased because I'm a musician here and I want to. I don't want Asbury Park to lose its grit.
I think you don't have to be like an innocent bystander. I think it serves a lot in life to actually have a concrete opinion on things, but then like, and maybe die on some hills. Like,
I agree with that.
But like, I don't know, loving your enemy makes you, if you love your enemy, you can figure out how to defeat them. You don't have to defeat them, but you can change shit, without destroying things.
I'm my whole mindset, and it's grown to be this, is trying to find a middle ground where, again, like you said, can respect your enemy to an extent, depending on who your enemy is, of course, but like to be able for people to come together in some kind of harmony. That is always my mindset, at least now. And I did 8 years in the freaking military, where that's not really what it is. It's like, no, we defeat our enemies. That's what we do. There is no middle ground. There's peace when there can be peace. But, that's the mindset that I kind of have now towards everything. The political nature of this country, literally.
Yeah.
I like to try and meet the people that oppose maybe my opinions. I like to try to meet them somewhere.
Yeah.
Try to find some ground where I can respect and understand or agree on something with them. It builds peace.
Yeah.
In a more direct way. Like, that's kind of what I just feel super focused on. And it's what some of my new music is kind of like hinting at or talking about in a way. Bringing things to light, but also trying to create some kind of conversation.
Right. Yeah, the disconnect, just having an opinion with no love for the other side.
It's bad.
Kills. It just creates the disconnect. And like, yeah.
you're right. It really does. It creates the disconnect, and again, it makes you a very one-sided and single-minded individual. You should be looking to try and find ways to cohabitate with an individual that opposes you.
Yeah.
That should be your goal.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like, no, I'm going to stick solely to my one side and fuck you. I don't agree with anything you have to say.
I think it's like the love. If you can fall in love with arguing with somebody else and then just go back about your business.
Exactly.
That's cool because we actually when humans are programmed to fight each other.
Yeah.
But I don't think that fighting verbally is bad or arguing and screaming and yelling and having animated debates is bad.
No.
You know? But I think if you can do that with somebody else, get really fired up.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the day, you're like, all right, I'm fine and you're fine.
Yeah.
That's actually coexisting, not we don't all have to agree on shit. I think that's never gonna fucking happen.
I know. It's the thing where like I said, we're kind of speaking just organically right now, but I do understand that it's a lot easier said than done.
Way easier when we're on a couch drinking beers.
I do understand that it's a lot easier said than done, and in the heat of the moment, when you're really passionate about something and somebody is completely either disregarding it or doesn't agree, it's a lot easier said than done to try and meet that person in the middle and find peace.
Yeah.
So I do understand that. It's what I think we have to try to start to do is catching ourselves before we create, or just build this negative action up. And it's hard. I get it.
Forgiveness is almost more important than catching yourself before you get fired up.
Yeah.
Because you do need people to get mad at injustices.
Yeah.
And that there are some things that warrant getting fired up and having an overreaction. But just the coexisting afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, let's not go to war now though.
No. I know.
All right, did we get it out of our system? You know, or I don't know.
I know.
The continuation, because if you can continue, when you get into an argument with your friend, but then you guys keep trying to duke it out, and then you eventually were like, well, I didn't mean it that way. And you're like, all right, well, fucking fine, dude. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll move on. And, you're still pissed, but you get there rather than just leaving.
I know.
And then not talking about it.
That's the worst. It's the worst.
You just keep fighting about it.
Yeah, it just
then you'll be like,
if you leave it and it just festers and it becomes worse.
Yeah. You gotta work it out. And sometimes it's not pretty.
No.
But
it's not. The problem is I think people do eventually want to see change, and that's the problem.
How do you do that on a large scale?
I know.
Country to country.
That's the problem. It's okay, we're fighting, and it's okay, now, we've found we're gonna leave the argument alone now. But it's at the end of the day, that person's gonna go back, that person's gonna go back, and they're gonna be like, well, we still want this change.
Yeah,
we still want this change.
Right.
So that's where it becomes a lot easier said than done.
Exactly.
But it's human nature, dude.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Yeah. That's a fun one.
It is.
That's a fun one. Okay. So then
that was a good tangent.
That was a great one. And then after so you meet this guy, he records music for Riva, it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And then you meet
Mike.
And
I was recording with Steve.
And then Steve.
Mm-hmm. That's how Server Days became.
So 3 of you guys.
It was just 3 of us at first. Yeah.
What's it now? 4?
6.
Fuck.
It's a 6-piece band, so
okay.
We're never gonna be rich, but yeah. So we had a great bass player, Max. He was our first bass player. It didn't work out with him, and we had another guy, Cam, who was had filled in for Max a couple times, and he was really hungry for it.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, okay, we're getting you in the band. His name's Cam. He's awesome. He's crazy, awesome man.
Okay.
But we got him in the band, and then Dan and Katie. So Dan, my old guitar player in Riva, was kind of I think not comfortable with just joining the band because I think he was like, you already have a guitar player, I'm playing guitar. And I was like, listen, we want you in the band. Come into the band. Practice with us. Like, join the band. And then he dates Katie, who's our keyboard player and our other vocalist. And they came as a package, obviously. Okay. And it was the best thing that literally ever could have happened to the band.
Sick.
So then we ended up recording with somebody, and it also didn't work out. And we ended up re-recording a lot of our first songs because we didn't want to have any. We wanted to cut ties completely with the individual that we were previously working with.
Oh, you didn't even want to produce the recordings?
No, because it was gonna be an issue if we kept the recordings. So we decided to. Did it hurt us a little bit? Maybe. Was it the right decision to make?
Yeah.
For peace of mind and to not deal with any issues like yes, 100%. And we ended up re-recording, I think, 3 or 4 of the first songs.
Okay.
And then we ended up, growing, and we got on the See Here Now. We got kind of got in contact with Danny Clinch, who has been the most unbelievable support of the band, and I think that's helped us grow immensely. Him and Zach, who works at the Clinch Gallery, and Tina, Zach and Tina.
Oh, I met them a few times.
Yeah,
they're so cool.
They're the most wonderful people. They're so supportive. They just do great things for the music scene. And Michael, who also works there, he's also in Sunshine Spaz. You know Sunshine Spaz? They're freaking awesome.
I've heard of them.
They're an amazing band. Yeah. And so that's kind of how we got on the radar, I think, for some of the bigger things. Once we played this See Here Now after party. We weren't in a band literally for more than I don't think we were a band for more than 6 or 7 months before we got that See Here Now after party. That was incredible. The next year we got on the See Here Now pre-party, and we had done we did a little tour that in 2024, we had showed promise as a band. We had showed that, hey, we're working hard. We're getting out of Asbury Park. You have to do that. How many dates did you do? So we went to California, which was crazy. That was the first thing we did. We went to California, played 2 shows there, which was absolutely wild to just send it all the way across the country.
Yeah.
And then we went down south to South Carolina. I think that was 2024. And then we did the pre-party for See Here Now. And then 2025 came. We did another little run down south, D.C., Virginia. We played, where else did we play? I think we played, New Hampshire was, I can't remember. We just played recently, we played New Hampshire, we played Boston. We had done some decent traveling. And then we eventually, got word that we got on this actual See Here Now, lineup, which was an absolute game changer. And I'm not going into intense detail right now with all the things that we did.
No,
but the growth was immense. We released a freaking album.
Yeah.
We sold out the Wonder Bar. We got See Here Now. That was insane. And then
so how many listeners do you have on platforms?
Platforms?
I don't
the
know
highest we got. No, dude, listen, I hate numbers, but damn, do they matter.
But what does it take to go to New Hampshire and California? And you know what I mean? What are some benchmark numbers if someone has a band and is looking
to... That's a really, really good question.
And then how do you get there? So let's start with
it's a great question.
What are your numbers now?
So the numbers now, we're at about 150,000 monthly listeners on Spotify.
Okay.
Which is, for an independent band that's unsigned, that...
I would love it if that many people
has
listen to
done,
this.
That has done very little in the sense of the music industry, right? And we still have...
you did 700% more views this month. You went from 14 to 23.
Or consistency, dude.
It's
consistency.
3 to 15. I'm
as long as you enjoy doing it doesn't matter at the end of the day. But in the sense of where we were as a band, when we first went out to California, we had 20,000.
Okay.
Then we released we did our album release. We had about 45,000.
So how did you know to go to California?
You
look at your metrics of where people listen, or did you just think that if you marketed a show there, you could sell it?
Kind of. If we marketed, we also knew people in California.
Okay.
So we played with a band that we had helped out here called Half Hour Late. Also great band from San Diego. You know Half Hour Late?
Yeah, because I know Sam Schultz.
Yes.
And David.
David.
I saw Sam this summer. I stayed at their house.
Really?
Yeah, I've stayed at Sam's house a few times.
That's amazing. So, okay,
Yeah.
we understand that together. So David is like the nicest, freaking most talented guy ever.
Dude, the cutest thing, Sam.
He's lovely.
Me and my friend Brooklyn, our whole tour was like falling apart, and I was in San Diego. She's like, "Oh my God, it's my friend's birthday," and all of her friends are like little San Diego fairies. And she's like, "You should come to the beach. David and his band are playing like a surprise little set, whatever." And this is like not even the first little surprise music thing that's but whatever. David's super fucking sick.
He really is. Their whole
much.
band, and then also Band of Gringos, Spence, Cody, Casey, like everybody. They're just like they're just the loveliest people. So we knew going out there, and also I had a ton of friends out in San Diego because of my time in the military. We knew when we went out there we could pull, especially playing with them, we could pull okay. We knew it was worth it to go out there. You don't ever want to go to a place and granted, I don't want to say that you shouldn't try to go for something bigger than where you're maybe at. You just have to, it has to logistically make sense. You know, if I'm going to Nebraska and the venue's 500 cap and I know 0 people in Nebraska and and it's really hard to promote there and it's not a part of a college scene and it's not, at the end of the day, maybe that's not worth it. You have to kind of pick and choose and strategize, or else you're kind of just wasting your time and you're wasting your money. Okay.
So what was the venue you played at?
It was called the Holding Company, and I think it was like a 250 max.
Okay.
And I think we got, actually no, I don't know if it was a 250 max. We got 200. There was 275 people there.
Okay.
At one point, which is a great.
275 people there. And was that enough people to pay for your travel?
No. So here's a very important thing I will say, and this is going to make sense to you. And you're gonna think that we're all actually insane.
Well, no, I'm not. Like I see this. I work in production.
You're right.
I love this.
But okay, you're gonna see how committed we actually are as a band and how
this is the difference makers.
I know.
These are the difference makers.
It's true
that people need to know.
So discipline in the sense of we know as an early band. You're not going to be making a great profit. I probably have not made more than $500 in Surfing for Daisy, and we've been a band for 2.5 years.
Right.
We've played a lot of gigs. We've probably made, I can't remember what Steve said. I want to say we made maybe like $60,000, $65,000, something around there. Don't quote me on that. Might be wrong. But our discipline was, we're going to play a gig. It might be shit. We're going to play it. It might be shit, and we're also not going to take money. That is the discipline in it. And then guess what? We want to go out to California. We didn't pay for we maybe paid for our flights. We didn't pay for another thing.
Right.
We used the band account to pay for it.
Right.
The band account, when you're first starting out as a band, you should have a band account. Even if you're not taking all of the money and putting it into the band account, maybe, you make $500. All right, you guys split $200 or whatever. It's not going to be a lot. You'll maybe make $50. You put the rest in the band account. So we weren't taking any money at all and putting it straight into the band account. It was funding our trips. Yep.
So you're
just reinvesting it back in the band.
Don't quit your day job.
Don't quit your. Well, we could get into that too because that's kind of where we're at now.
Because you're here now. You're here. You're not there.
No, we're not. Now we have the green light.
We're almost there, right? So I, with my friend Griffin, always have the conversation with him like, let's not be starving artists.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of the reason why I work in production. Like, is this my truest, deepest heart calling?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Like, am I working for the people that I spiritually and mentally align with the most? Probably not.
Probably not.
But I'm not working with bad people.
No.
But but I can't just say I am gonna do this and I think being a starving artist is retarded.
It's just exactly
because you could just get a job and then also do your art on the side. It just takes a little bit more work.
It takes a little bit more work.
Yeah,
I agree with you, and that's exactly where we're at right now. So it's like the thing with it is we've worked so hard to get to where we're at. You don't get 150. I don't care anybody can come on here and say, well, you're nobodies. It's like, we're not nobodies, though.
Yeah. We're not nobodies.
Yeah. We've built a freaking independent band, unsigned, no contract
deal. We might not be somebody, but we're definitely
somebody
not
yet.
nobodies.
We're definitely not nobody. We're like trying to be somebody.
Yeah, right.
You have to have an unwarranted amount of confidence in yourself that you can make it.
Yes.
Or else you're just going to get crushed.
I think that's tip number 2.
That's tip number 2.
Anybody that has ever made it was like way before they were going to make it was like, I'm going to make it. Fucking for sure make it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have, but also, again, you do need to kind of surround yourself with people that are not going to be fake to you either.
Right.
You have to kind of be, you also need to be very open to criticism, and you need to be okay with deviating and growing and taking criticism, positive criticism, and using it to your advantage.
Yeah, and I think when people, like, if you're looking at someone that is very successful, like, I'd look at their work ethic.
I know.
And just be like, am I doing that?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, am I as dedicated as that person? And if the answer is no, like maybe you need to be a little bit more dedicated, or at least that you could use that. Well, you're gonna as a push. Not that comparison is like the best thing in the world, but it also like fuels you to do better.
You'll get swallowed alive.
Yeah.
Because if you're not 100% dedicated to it, guess what? There's 100,000 other bands that would kill and be and are more 10,000 times more dedicated. You have. My cousin said it best. My cousin Colin. I'll never forget what he said. He's the best. He was in the industry for a while. He knows what the hell he's talking about. At the end of the day, when you're coming up as a band or whatever, as an artist, it is called the war of attrition. Never forget it. I live by it. I sleep by it. It's called the war of attrition. Because you could be the greatest band in the world with the greatest musicians and the greatest songs, but if you don't have the dedication to keep going forward till you make it, you're going to tap out. Now, I'm not saying, destroy your families, destroy your lives. Like, of course, have some reservation and understand maybe when it's your time to call it quits.
Yeah.
But if you're seeing growth and progression and you're battling with somebody else and they're like, God, I'm so tired of playing these shit gigs. I'm so tired of making this shit money. And this other band is like, you know what? We're going to keep going. We're okay with it. And then all of a sudden they go a little bit farther and then bam, they have their break and they make it. Yeah. And that other band was right there and they could have got to that same level, but they decided to call it quits.
Yeah. It's funny because those like little been talking about divine help.
Yeah.
And like that like belief like creates the divine help.
Yeah.
And that the difference between ticket sales when somebody else drops out and then now you're the only there was one of 3 but now you're one of 2.
Exactly.
That's like a large percentage of a ticket sale that could put you over the line in somebody else's eye that could you know what I mean?
I know it
always works that way.
It
always
does.
Is by these little fucking margins.
Dude, it's like I said, it's you work really hard. Like we worked hard enough and traveled enough to get noticed by some booking agents. And for these upcoming bands that want to know, a label doesn't matter, a manager doesn't matter. Early on, your booking agent, that is what you should 100% be focusing on, finding the best booking agent that works the best for you.
Right.
That is the first step and the first outside help that you should be gravitating towards initially.
Tip number 3.
Nothing else
booking agent
matters. Booking agent, a good booking agent, which we have, is the number one, I would say is probably one of the number one, or if not the number one, high up there in your success. And everybody's so focused on a record deal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're gonna take everything from you. They don't care. They're gonna work you to the bone, and then they're gonna take everything from you. And then if you don't make back the loan that they gave you, you're in debt to them.
That's crazy.
And then they'll tour you till you die.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
It doesn't
matter.
matter.
Just take out a real loan and then tour off that money.
Precisely. But a booking agent is working for you to get you shows on the most money.
Yeah.
And to get you out in front of faces and people. Not saying record industry is all bad, but you have to be at the right level with your band to eventually maybe go with a record deal. A lot of these young bands, we're still a young band. Basically, I've been very happy, and we have said no more than we've said yes. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
And what I've realized, too...
What's the worst thing you've ever been offered?
The worst thing we've ever been offered?
That someone sold you as like, this is it. Because I have one in my business. But I
can't wait to hear that.
I want to ask you what it is. Now,
I'm trying to think.
Just because I asked that question, mine popped into my head.
Yours is probably going to be worse than mine.
No, but it's not even that bad. But it's just someone else acting like a salesman, acting like they're hooking me the fuck up.
Yeah.
And it is just absolutely not that at all.
So I would say we've had a couple of individuals reach out to us, again, kind of as like, I want to fund your stuff. We're going to, I want to fund your stuff. I want to manage, blah, 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 blah. Some of them have been the most wonderful, heartfelt individuals that I know. I'm not going to say any names. You know who you are.
Of course.
Have been the most lovely individuals. And it just didn't work out because we just weren't at that level yet. And we didn't want to give anything up yet. They're still the kindest, most wonderful people. And we still work a little bit with them. Then there's other individuals, just randos, people that are like, I'm very wealthy, and they are, that are like, I've worked with this person, I've worked with that person, and I want to give you, this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. But there's always a but. And again, it's always like ownership of your stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's the worst thing, and it's not, it's common, it's normal. You got to give up something to kind of gain something, but it's like, dude, we don't even know who you are. You've not come to a single one of our shows when you could have. No. Like, absolutely not. Even the individual that we were recording with first. Again, lovely guy.
What were some of these numbers?
Jeez.
Because I love to hear, like...
I don't even know.
What is like what do they want to own? How much do they want to own?
So for example, the first guy we were...
just ballpark.
No, the first guy we were recording with, who, again, had never recorded anybody before, or maybe had never, like... he wasn't a professional.
Yeah.
Professional producers...
It's not Mike Dean, so
no,
you're like, all right.
Professional producers, and that's why I call other individuals to talk to them about this.
Yeah.
They will maybe, like... who's a big producer? I'm like blanking on all the big producer names.
It's okay.
But like, take any big producer, and then maybe he'll get 5% of like songwriting credits or whatever. This individual wanted like 20%.
Yes.
Of ownership.
See, that's
of like
what I'm asking. Like
20% of like songwriting, of publishing, and like
and
songwriting
I think
credits.
that people that are really young and that don't have a grasp of what that means,
they'll take it.
Yeah. But 20% is like kind of an atrocious number.
Dude,
you know?
Well, hear me out when I say this. 20% for an individual that you're on his time schedule. Yeah. He's not spending more than 3 hours in the studio with you. He's holding your songs hostage. He's not meeting any time limits. He wants all creative control. Bruh, obviously we're gonna leave. You're not good to work with. Not a bad person necessarily.
Yeah.
Not a good business person.
Right.
Terrible. And the fact that you can't even see that individual could not even see how wrong it was to even want these things at such an early time.
That's another thing, is that like you got to stick to your gut feeling, because sometimes people don't realize like how bad they could be fucking you over.
Dude.
You know, they just like think that they're breaking into a business or whatever the fuck they think,
bro.
And they ask for something, and like sometimes they get it.
I know.
And it doesn't mean that it's like good.
No.
Yeah, like I'm sure that he's probably made that deal before with someone that's unsuccessful.
I don't even know.
Or maybe he just thought that was like, oh, industry standard or something.
Think
He just heard it somewhere, you know what I mean? And that person's just like, well, this is what it is. But to people who are veterans in the industry, or even to you who are just like, what the fuck?
Dude, my cousin was immediately like, no. Mm-hmm. He's like, this is a no-name guy who's producing your stuff, 20%?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, professional, like, high-level ranking producers get like, will maybe get producers get paid.
Yeah.
Very rarely do they get like percentages of like song credits and stuff.
So I had this kid, David, come from California he was my friend's friend, and I met him on New Year's like 2 years ago. Shout out David. And we literally met him, and he was like an LA boy. Like, he was so LA. And he was like, my buddy Shane, who just like, Shane's such a sweetheart. He had us over just like for a little New Year's thing. Yeah. He's like making like soups and dips and food. And he's just like, you know, he's having a little house party, and he's such a good host. But then David was like, where's the party? Oh, God. You know? And I was like already planning on going to Space Balance at the Lanes. So I was like, oh dude, like come with us. Like I definitely got it. Like, you're gonna love this shit. So then went out with a couple other people and whatever, and it was funny because then me and David just got along so well, and just like immediately, my friend Chloe was like, "How long have you known each other?" We're like, "We met tonight." Jeez. But David had he's like a pretty successful chiropractor, and I think. Or physical therapist. It was one of those two.
Maybe a physical therapist.
And he has a podcast, and he was telling me his producer offered him like some 50-50 deal, like on profit, to produce the podcast and like do all this other work. Bro. And I'm like, all I could think of was like, dude, but what if you're successful?
Exactly.
Then he owns like half your shit. I'm like, it could be the difference between something that allows you to quit your job and then something that's like just a side hustle.
Yeah.
Or so, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's a lot. Like, yeah. And then what do they own along with that?
They own all the rights later on. For all the profit.
Like, and then so I'm just like, I don't know, dude. And he was like, and then he started asking me about like, okay, like this was all the gear that he wanted, and for all this money or whatever whatever the deal was. I was just like, I mean, like, you think you could do it yourself? I was like, you should, like, 50% of fucking a show if you're gonna be successful is crazy. I was like, that's insane. But
if
then
it was
quickly,
like 50%
just like
for like a number of years, then
yeah, like people are like scam artists and they don't even realize it. Like this dude that I met when I started my photo and video stuff. I was in a business networking group called BNI, which is Business Networking International, and they have like chapters all over the world. I recommend anybody starting a small business check out BNI because it's just like it's great for the starting point. So like Monmouth County. I mean, there's like one in Red Bank. There's one in Wall. There's one in Spring Lake or whatever, Manasquan. Like, they're all over. And my chapter was, like, 35, 40 people, like, at its biggest.
Jesus.
So you meet, like, a lot of people as a small business owner and just, like, other entrepreneurs and other business owners and stuff in the area. It's very helpful. I meet this dude, Jeff. And so when I started, like, I had such trust in all these people, you know what I mean?
God, I know.
And, like, but almost everybody has been phenomenal. But I meet this dude, Jeff. And Jeff is, like, a commercial real estate. I don't know what he does. He markets commercial real estate or whatever, but then he's also got like side businesses with people. But he had this thing because Netflix is coming to Fort Monmouth.
Yep.
Right? So he was brokering this building or whatever for these guys right outside Fort Monmouth on Main Street in Oceanport. It's like one Main's big building. And he was like, there's going to be all these like production offices and stuff like this because of like the interest in Netflix. And I'm like, he's getting like all fired up about it. I'm like, that's pretty sick. And he's like, we want to build a sound stage in the basement. And like, I was like, okay, like, sick. I was like, I can consult on that. Like, you know, if you need like someone to ask like what equipment you should install in a place like that. And I get to the basement and it's just like regular ceilings. Like the sound stages that like at some point Riva will need a sound stage before you go tour, and is a place where you can build your full production before you take it out on the road to do all of the teching, all of like the gear, you know.
That's a lot of logistics.
In practice, you know, it's like when you're taking on a recording or a tour, like there are places to either do full recordings or full tour prep, you know? And the first thing I thought of was like, this place isn't even fucking close to big enough. And I was just like, you know, I don't know, whatever, all this stuff. And he's like, no, like they want to fund it and all. And like the way that he pitched it in the beginning sounded like the owners of the building were going to pay to have a sound stage built in the basement. And I was like, okay, if that's the case and I'm consulting on it, that's sick. Like, it's not my fucking business. 3, I check out this space and even do like a mock-up drawing of like real measurements and shit. And I, you know, it didn't take that long, but I was still like just under the impression. And then he was like, okay, so like they expect this much money from you. I was like, from me? I was like, motherfucker, what do you think is happening? Like, I'm like, and he was selling me on it as like a potential business for me to start. I'm like, dude, I have a business.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not like looking for another one. And I didn't think I was like asking that I was, because he is getting money to fill these spaces. So he pitched me on like, oh, this is going to be a good idea and the owners are on board. I'm like, they'd be on board with fucking anything.
As long as it gets...
It's if they're paying rent. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck is this? So there's and I don't even think Jeff understood how much he would be fucking me over if he actually convinced me to do something like this.
My God.
You know?
That's horrifying.
Yeah, it's like crazy, because then I was just like... And this was the fucking funniest shit. He calls me, and the first thing he says, he was like, I have the offer of a lifetime for you, is how he started the first conversation about all this.
God.
And I come to find out, I was like, does he genuinely think that's the opportunity of a lifetime for me? Because I'm like, I could just do that like anywhere. And if I was going to do it, it wouldn't be there, you know? Like,
I don't know what I don't even...
You're just convincing me to take out a loan so you can make money? That's what it was. So I was just like, oh, this is weird. Like, people will come at you from very weird angles with their own intentions.
Well, they think that you're not educated enough to realize that.
I don't know what the fuck he thought. Maybe he thought he was actually helping me out. Like, I don't know if he's that retarded. Like,
I don't know.
So it's like, I just don't know. Like, maybe he genuinely believed that I could do this and make a successful business out of it.
I don't know.
Even then, it's like, are you just tricking yourself into thinking that? Like,
exactly. Because
you have an interest behind it? So I don't know what the fuck all that was, but there's bad actors in all business.
Yes, there are. Dealing with them is just a hump you got to get over.
Yeah. But you got to deal with them.
You do have to deal with them.
Learn.
And we'll have to be dealing with them for a long time, but we're so savvy with it now.
Yeah.
Like I said, we say no more than we say yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you want to be.
So, what have you done in the last, like, what did you do this summer?
This summer, oh man, what did we do? I can't even remember half the stuff we did, I swear to God. Well, I know we did, so basically the biggest thing we did in the summer was definitely See Here Now.
Mm-hmm.
That was absolutely insane. And I think the most important thing after that was we capitalized on See Here Now. Mm-hmm. A lot of bands don't do that. A lot of bands will play See Here Now. They think they're going to make it. It's not the case. You take what you did at See Here Now, and then we decided that we're going to do our EP release at the Pony. That's a 850, 900 cap,
mm-hmm.
or whatever. I think we sold first of all, we sold out the Pony, which was absolutely insane. Because the year before, we sold the Wonder Bar out which was like $345. I think we sold like 950 tickets at the Pony.
Nice.
Freaking insane. We played with Chad Sabo, who's an amazing artist, also in Asbury. He's got a bunch of different projects that he's in. Then we had Great Oblivion, one of my favorite bands in Asbury Park, and the lead singer Jake, who I adore. He played with us as well. And it was a huge success, and we got it all videotaped. It's all on YouTube. You could watch all of it. It's absolutely fantastic. And from there, we ended up kind of getting the booking agents after that. Okay. And our entire 2026 was booked before 2026 was even here.
No way.
Yep.
Okay. So this year is going to be significantly
It's going to be
what's
going to, I think, get us to the next level.
Okay.
Yeah, it's huge. There's some things I cannot say because they're so big.
Nice.
That I'm not allowed to say what they are.
Hell yeah.
Because they haven't been released yet or anything.
Right.
But soon people will know.
Nice.
And they're going to be like, you guys are doing something. Because we are doing something, goddammit. We are doing something here. Like, the growth...
We'll have to do an update next year.
We will. The growth is immense and it's visible.
Yes.
And I'm proud of us because we are independent.
Yes.
Nobody owns our stuff. Nobody's managing us. Nobody's doing a damn thing except for our incredible booking agent, Eddie, and Owen, who are amazing.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
What? So... Before See Here Now, what was your monthly listens?
Before See Here Now, we were on a steady rise during up to See Here Now. Okay. So it was like 85,000.
Okay.
Got to about 95,000, I think 95 or 98,000 during See Here Now, and then we peaked after 100.
Your monthly listens for Riva?
Oh, dude, Riva, we never got more than 100 monthly listeners, maybe.
Okay.
Again, makes sense.
When did you crack 10,000 monthly listeners, or even 1,000 monthly listeners with Surfing for Daisy?
We cracked it pretty early on.
How do you think you cracked it early on?
We cracked it early on because we were very, very active on social media. Okay. And we started building a community. Okay. Which is, again, what a lot of bands are not doing.
How did you do that?
We played a lot. When you first start, you do have to play a lot. Mm-hmm. You got to talk to people. You got to be social. Yes. You got to meet people. Yes. Make connections.
I think word of mouth is a huge component.
That's the only reason why we grew that quick.
Because you meet people that have influence.
It's the only reason why we grew that quick. Also, and this doesn't work for everybody, we started putting a little... You have to put some money into your stuff. You have to promote it.
Dude, I'm still in debt for my business.
That's what happens.
I'm paying that shit off, and it's gotten me pretty...
It's gotten you farther.
Getting pretty damn far.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we first started to put money into we started putting ads on... We started sponsoring videos, boosting videos on Instagram. It doesn't work for everybody. But it was working for us. You have to, not to sound conceited and like an asshole.
Because I've always thought of, should I make some,
I know.
Especially for this podcast, because now I'm getting into the world. With what I did before, with production, it doesn't, I did... Like I was saying, I did Michael Franti and Ice Cube this summer. Not because of a fucking social media following, but it's because I knew the gear that needed to be known to get those jobs.
Well, we're going to get into that.
So that's a skill-based thing. Not necessarily a popularity contest.
No, it's not.
But the two are different.
Very different.
This, I was if I just have the best conversations, that'll fucking show itself. But now I don't think that that's as true.
It's not the case.
And I'm focusing a bit more on hooks and stuff for my clips.
Well, that's
and even though
important.
it feels like sellout stuff, I'm well, this is how you spread the love.
We would make a corner. We're still learning social media. Social media is a tool. Mm-hmm. You should not be a slave to social media. Right. Ever. Like I said, we've gotten farther than a lot of people that have gone viral 100 fucking times. Mm-hmm. We have not gone viral Once. We've had a couple videos that have done pretty well.
Interesting.
We have not had one major viral video.
So viral videos aren't super like a big concern. It's more of a following and a community within your social media.
You have to build a community that's going to keep yearning and coming back. And my drummer Steve said it best quote ever. I don't know where he got it from. Maybe it's his. If it's his, good on you, Steve. He said, we can't dwell on controlling virality because it's impossible. What we can dwell on is controlling your consistency, which is what I was telling you before.
Yeah.
If you stay consistent, and I mean consistent, I mean multiple times a week, getting on there, talking to people, you have to stay consistent. You can't, again, it's like having the best music, having the best video, you put it out there and then nothing comes of it. Well, obviously, because there's 8 trillion freaking videos of the world,
right?
You got to put a little money into it. You also have to use Meta AI.
Okay, I use AI for all my thumbnails.
Yep.
For this now, I started doing that.
It's amazing. Meta AI has helped immensely.
Okay.
And
in what way?
Because it takes the best video that we create a couple of videos and then they shelve them out. They collect the data and they see which one's doing the best and then they push that one hard. And then it literally works for you. You don't have to do shit. It does it naturally. Psychic, our single Psychic has done so well. One, because it's a damn good song and we recorded it and it was good. But again, because it's pushing out to the right people.
Okay.
Who want to hear it and they're coming back. And guess what? Now it's funneling into the listeners. You could have a viral video, and I've seen this on TikTok. Tons of viral TikTok pages of bands. We got more monthly listeners than them, and we're not viral.
That's the really interesting part about this whole art versus in business type thing.
Well, it doesn't compute to listeners.
Yes.
You can have a bunch of viral videos and that's cool, but your music kind of sucks.
But I always say like this is the same shit with photography.
Yeah.
Like there's some guys with really, really sick photography pages, but I'm like, are they like cleaning up or like not really? Because like on my my production page, Visual Aeronautics, like I've like 35 likes or maybe 50 likes at the most on some good picture or whatever. But I'm like, I'm still hired.
Exactly.
I've never been like hired off social media, but I still work a lot.
You're not, because like I said, will it help you grow faster? Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Should you be searching for virality? Not necessarily, because it's, again, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
We are a non-viral band that has more active listeners and is able to go on tours and potentially make this a living and get great booking agents and have individuals reach out to us for record deals and this and that.
Right.
Not viral. Then you have pages that are, every video they post is viral. It doesn't compute into listeners. Either because their music is maybe just not that great, but their videos are really great, or their music is really great, but it just doesn't funnel into it. It's a very weird, interesting thing. But it's the truth.
Yeah.
It's the truth. That's why I know, because again, the proof is in the pudding, not worried about going viral. If it happens, it happens.
So then how do you create, okay.
Oh, I have another point to make before we go into the next point. The reason why it also sometimes doesn't funnel into it is because you have a bunch of viral videos, but people take 2 damn years to put shit out.
Yeah.
Put something out there.
Yeah.
It could be imperfect. It does not have to be perfect.
Yeah.
People are going to listen to your video and then guess what? They have nowhere to go to listen to after. Therefore, it's not building a following. Put your shit out.
Okay.
It could be the most imperfect thing. Put it out. Sorry. Getting heated here. Because it pisses me off.
This is the real thing.
Every song we've put out has imperfections.
Yeah.
They're not perfect.
Okay.
Am I in love with every single one of them? No.
Yeah.
Did it help us grow? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the main thing. It's like consistency. The great will be the, whatever's the fucking quote is, something with the good.
I know.
The great is the enemy of the good.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's the test of time, man. It's just
because you'll put out something great, but not everything has to be fucking great.
Not everything has to be perfect.
And also, people like shit.
They like raw shit.
People like raw shit, And people also might not look at some things the way, like I've heard a lot of guys that grow social media pages are like, you never know what video is even going to go viral.
You never do.
You never know which one. So like, stop worrying about making everyone perfect. Just get them out there.
Just get them out there, dude.
Because someone will if they fuck with it, then people will fuck with it. Then like,
I've said it 1,000 times over.
Yeah, matter about the little things. They just fuck with it. So
I know.
Yeah, like
it is the truest of the true.
Yeah.
That if you're so worried and focused on making it perfect, you're going to burn yourself out. It's just exhausting. At the end of the day, you have to accept what it is. You have to release it to the world. Release it to the world. It'll do wonders for you. You also have to have a little bit of an inkling that you know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
That your shit is good.
Yeah.
You do.
I think Fred again's really successful like that because he releases and re-releases and re-releases.
He's probably a master of it.
And like, I don't think anybody's mad at him for putting the same core song out like 3 times on 3 different things.
Times.
Sophie Tucker does that too.
Yep.
They'll put out a single, they'll put out an EP of like 3 songs, and then those 3 songs will be on the next album.
Exactly.
And it's like, well, they cleaned up on the EP and on the album. Yep. You know what I mean? Like, and people were excited about the album because of that the songs, you know, that they already liked.
That's what we've kind of done. You release singles, you kind of waterfall it. I don't know if it's called waterfall anymore. It's a little bit different, but we have a single coming out on Thursday night, whatever, Friday. We just released a song called This Is Love. We always put a song out, promote it for that month or whatever, or 6 weeks, and then as soon as people are like yearning for something else, bam, you drop another one. It's constant momentum. People, they don't have a choice.
That's what I think the difference is.
That's what Riva didn't do.
That's the difference. Because I skateboarded for a long fucking time. And the only reason that I got good is because I skated every day. Fucking day.
Yep.
Like an animal. And then I got good.
Yep.
But after like years. You know, like years. But I think, and it's the same thing with like anything, like you have to be consistent. Because your brain,
it's so important.
Your brain rides these like, it's exponential growth.
I know.
It's exponential growth, and it's like when you get like the multiplier in fucking Shaun White video game, or Skate 3 or whatever. You know, it's like you keep that shit going, and then it like multiplies your score. Yeah. I think it's like the same way with how you learn shit, and also how you grow business. Yeah. You know what I mean? And just like that constant. Wheel.
You have to just keep powering down on it. You have to. Your foot has to be on the gas pedal. Like as early entrepreneurs, whatever you want to call it, as early business people or artists, you don't have the luxury to not keep your foot on the gas pedal at all times. You do not have the luxury. Somebody else is going to take your spot. Yeah. Somebody else is going to do it. We have a very long way to go to where we want to get to. But the fact that we've gotten this far organically in a very short period of time, that's a green light for me. Now I know I take my tools and then I commit all in on it. War of attrition. And you just keep going. You literally just keep going, and it's going to work out at some point. It will. Yeah. Of course, don't quit your jobs and quit everything. At some point, very, very, in the near future, I probably will have to do that. Yeah. A lot of us will have to do that, and we've already talked about it as a band. You have to. You have because we have to commit to it fully.
Yeah. You have to commit now. Yeah. It's not I'm gonna make it big. Yeah. And so I'm gonna. It's no. Like, bro, if you have time to have a job, then you're not making it big.
You're not making it big. No, it's
you know what I mean.
So true.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you have time you'll know when you have to quit your job. I quit my job with the photography and the video, dude. I quit my job. I was a runner at Second Jetty. Yeah. And dude, I was being a runner at Second Jetty. I mean, you make enough money to like pay bills
to survive. Yeah.
And like, I started getting gigs, and some of them fell on the days that I had to work at Second Jetty. Yep. And instead of just like going through that tough period of like having to make both work, I was like, fuck this job. Like I'm getting gigs now. And then I would have no gigs and I'd be like, fuck. I really wish I didn't quit Second Jenny because, like,
you have to know.
Yeah,
you have to. You really have to know. When
but
it's the
it
right
probably
time.
only would have been like 6 or 8 months later, or within that year. But also, like, I was getting there. But I definitely like jumped the gun, and now it's like whatever. But I do look back and see like I could have suffered a great deal less if I just did a little bit extra work, having balancing the 2 gigs, and then gotten to that point. But I was just like so gung ho on like making the decision early to like succeed, which I think pushed me to succeed, but I wanted it anyway. Like, yeah. So I was like, I don't know.
It's I can agree with you on that, and like we've gotten to the point where we literally can't have our jobs anymore. Like we're not yet, but we have the timeline where
now you exactly see the schedule for next year and you're like, I don't think I have time for both.
Booking and just want to do 150 shows. There's no possible way. But we have to have part-time jobs. Like we can't not have anything.
Yeah, just in case.
So the whole challenge is being able to, because we'll make money playing, because we're going to take money now, because we can now.
I did it again with the photo and the video. As soon as I got into bigger productions and getting hired for bigger productions, I was like, fuck photo and video. I don't want to do any of that. And then I'm like, wait, but I could still
make money doing it.
I would say no to these gigs, and I would be like, oh, wait, like...
No, you got to do it.
I should have just done both. Like, I could have figured it out.
Oh, my God.
Because you're busy, and you think that you're like, oh, this is what it's going to be. But then when the gigs aren't coming in, you're like, maybe I could have saved some of those. Not exactly. Said no outright, or whatever.
No, it's so true.
Done that mistake a couple times, but...
It's exciting, now it's the time where you and we're on the path to do what we want to do. And if you really want to do it, you make it work. Mm-hmm. There is no other option. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make it work, and I'm excited, and I love my job. I love the people I work with. Will they keep me? I don't want to do that to them. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to put them in a bad spot. That's why I'm like, at some point I'm going to probably need something that's flexible. Yeah. Very, very, very flexible, where I can kind of come and go as I please. Yeah. Pick up shifts.
Hard to find that.
I know. Pick up shifts when I can, and kind of.
But you'll find it. You do find it. That's the thing. That shit does exist for people.
It does. It's possible. So. Yeah. Damn. It's exciting. It's scary, but
it's very exciting.
But it's time.
So then how many shows do you have planned for 2026? The ones that you can... Well, let's just say, like...
The ones that we can talk
generally, what do you have planned for the next year?
We have at least 30 shows.
Really?
Probably, yeah.
No way.
Roughly.
Okay. At what kind of venues?
We have some festivals.
Really?
Yep. We're on the festival. I would say we're nearing, if not at, like... We're in the realm of, like, the festival circuit.
Is a festival... a good moneymaker, or is a festival better for exposure? Exposure. Always. You don't really make that much on festivals, do you? No.
Always exposure. But the booking agents that we have are fucking incredible.
Right.
And they're getting us shows for $12,000, $15,000.
Nice.
So you can make good money off of these shows. We're still going to probably put in the band account for this year. Mm-hmm. And then once we hit the road, 2027 is our year to hit the road full time. Then we'll start getting paid.
Okay. There you go.
And there, we're going to have, it's going to be tour. It's going to be, it's going to be like 2 weeks on.
Gnarly touring in the beginning.
It's going to be 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, 3 weeks on, 1 week off.
It's so gnarly, like doing the production I do, I won't even do a tour like Nick's. Because as a tech, I'm like, fuck that.
I'm just like, oh,
good luck, boys.
Good Lord. It's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but again, I'm so excited for it. It's my job. It's what I love to do. It's incredible. Like, I'm blessed to even have gotten to the point where I think that I could do it.
Yeah.
Like, and all these young Asbury Park bands, like, all I want to do is support them and help them feel that they could do the same thing.
Okay.
I like to be a good example. Like I said, we're nobodies. We still have so much work to do. But in the realm of people to look up to, I want to be that individual for other people. Give them the tips and tricks and clues and stuff that I've learned through failure and over time, because they can do it. It's possible.
So this is all about. This whole show is all about shit's fucking possible, guys.
It's freaking possible.
Like, there's so much.
Don't be afraid to reach out for tips and tricks and help.
Like, there's so much fucking shit in this world. Everybody can do something cool.
There is so much great
That's
stuff.
why I love like the idea of AI. It's like
could be a good support.
I'm like, there are so many jobs, just like being a cashier. Like, if we need people to be cashiers, then we're gonna like incentivize our population to be cashiers.
Yeah.
But if we don't need that at a point, and that job like doesn't become readily available, then like it forces people to do other shit.
Other things.
And I think that like that can be anything. Like, instead of working for like a big company, you could just work in the exact same industry but work for yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think that like like, oh, I got a job at a big accounting firm. Or you could just own your own accounting firm.
Yeah.
you know?
Wild.
And like not have to report to anybody, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, I think that people don't think in that way of like, oh, anything's possible. Like, whatever the fuck you're doing right now, you could just be doing it your own way.
I know.
Like, anything.
It's the damn
Anything.
truth. Yes, you can.
I feel like even being a realtor, like, how hard could that be? No, I mean, actually, I have no idea.
It's hard. It's hard. Well, again,
you know, like,
it's a business.
But like, okay, like you could work for
somebody, or you work for yourself.
Keller Williams or whatever, the one that's red, white, and blue.
AMC or whatever the hell it's called.
Some, you know what I'm talking about. You just bought a house.
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember who this was.
Remax.
Remax.
Bro, yeah, I mean, you
what the
can
hell
work for them.
AMC,
and then I was thinking that was almost right.
Me too. Convince myself.
And then, yeah, I mean, I'm like, or, like, I feel like in the world, there's got to be realtors that are, like, doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. So why wouldn't that be able to be possible? So, yeah, I mean, if you're no.
You could, like, in the sense of, like, there's a lot of surfers that I see are realtors. Because it's flexible and they could do it on their own time.
Right.
And they do it themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what they love. They just want to surf all day. And then they could work on their own time and whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, you got to be good, again, at business. You got to promote yourself properly. You got to put money into your ads. You got to, it's work. It takes time.
Yeah, of course.
Like anything does. But
you get rewarded for that, and then you get to surf all day and be a realtor.
Exactly. It's amazing.
At one point, like, wouldn't that be worth it? Like, how do we do that?
Basically, the whole goal is to be able to take what you love to do and make a living out of it. And be okay with the fact that you're going to probably need a couple different side hustles as well.
Yeah.
That's fine.
For a while. Yeah. But you can grow shit.
Yeah.
You can grow random shit.
You can.
Really random shit into businesses.
Yeah, you can. And it's, like I said, it's all possible with the right mindset and the right people around you. Mm-hmm. You got to hone your craft, though. And you got to also be able to take criticism.
Yeah. I liked what you said about Riva versus Surfing for Daisy. You said, I already put my reps in.
Yeah.
And I feel like you knew that.
I did.
Like,
Riva lined me up for success in a way.
Yeah.
Like, I knew how to now go out and talk to people and get my own gigs. Mm-hmm. It's what I did in Asbury Park. I was knocking on doors and being like, hey,
yeah,
can I play here?
And, like, I think you have to be honest with yourself about being good at something.
100%.
You know? Like, you can have the dream of wanting to be successful in any field starting from scratch.
100%.
But then you also have to be like, in the beginning, you fucking suck at new things. It's hard. You can't just immediately be good at something or a professional at something with no other background. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me when like a person that's producing music for so many years of their life then becomes the front man and becomes successful.
Exactly.
But that's what putting the reps in is. You know what I mean? Like, if you haven't been playing guitar for that long, like, there's a very low chance that you're going to be a successful guitarist.
Yep.
And, like, but maybe you're not going to be the best at guitar, but you're going to learn about your craft and honing your craft and what your thing is.
Exactly.
And, like, I even think like with this podcast, like I'm getting better. I watch the first interviews and then I look back at these interviews and I'm like, oh, I'm like better at listening to people. Like I'm better at like
It's really good.
or just like little like
really
you know what I
good
mean?
fluid
Just like the more you just like or not stepping on what people are talking or not even like responding too much, like letting just the other person have their whatever. And I'm just like, oh yeah, like I can see the potential in this, but I think I still have like reps to do within like.
It takes time.
I'm still under like 20 episodes, you know? So I'm like, all right, like maybe then at like 100 episodes, this content, like it'll be just so like automatic for me to create insanely good conversations that then I don't need to think about you know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean? Like putting the reps in, being honest with myself. So I can't be like, oh, I've done 18 shows. Like, where's my fucking viral clip? Like, you know what I mean? It might take 100 episodes or whatever, like to actually be good enough, whatever, like to, you know.
But again, it's good to just not chase it. It'll happen it'll happen organically. It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
So.
No, I love it. I love the growth. I think we'll cut it there. We've been talking over an hour.
It was a great conversation.
It was solid. It was everything I wanted to know.
It was good.
Yeah.
Really good. It was fluid, very organic, easy to talk to, good questions. Like, you're killing it, dude.
That's all I want is just spreading the love.
Spreading the love, man.
Spreading the knowledge.
Spread the knowledge.
Take someone I'm like, some people will be like, I don't think I'm interesting enough to be interviewed. Because I'll ask them and they'll be like, I don't think I'm interesting enough. I'm like, bitch, I thought you were interesting enough already.
Exactly. Like, that's why I asked
like,
you to
that's
do
why
this.
I ask you. Like, that's enough. Like,
it's funny as hell. Of course somebody would say that.
You can't go on anyone else's trip. You can only go on your own trip until you find out it's all our trip. And when we get home, we all get back with great tales of trips, except we all took the trip together.